Just wanted to show you really quick how I'm taking advantage of the inverter for this solar setup. I feel it's important in this approach, even though I'm going for having a room that I can live in comfortably if we lose power, and having food, be able to be chilled. I use this all the time. There has to be ways to get multiple uses out of it. So for this inverter, every time I cut my grass, this is the Ryobi battery here, 6-hour, I recharge it directly here on these ports. Every time I use my trimmer, I recharge it directly here on this port. My outboard motor is electric, Spirit Plus, and it requires a charge once in a while. I have a solar panel for it, but it's pretty slow. So I can bring it in here and charge that as well. And that's all being done strictly through battery. But I need more in order for me to test my air conditioning in my bedroom. Obviously you can see that I'm in an enclosed room here. I had to drill these holes anyway to bring my 10 gauge through for the solar panel. So what I've done is I've fed some Romex through that same hole. Not introducing any more holes in this house. And brought the Romex cable along and then put one of these in. These are from Home Depot, they're fantastic. You can get them anywhere, actually, Amazon too. And it's a 3-prong outlet that you attach to the Romex. I like this one because when you power up the inverter, it gives me an indication that it is getting power. I've tested it on the other end, and it gives me 110. Now, on the other end out here, I'll show you now, I have another similar receptacle, but it's female. That's the male, like this one, and the one on the outside is the female. Now, I don't use the transfer switch in here because I don't have any house power feeding it. And turning it on to power this box, which I could do, I could plug this directly into that box and all these in that, but then I'd have to turn this on and it draws an extra 3 watts. So why waste it? In another install, once I have electricity feeding that from the house, I'll use that as a fail-safe. But let me show you what I've done. So I've got this hole coming out here. Now on the outside, I have the Romex here. Now I've just coiled it up, get it out of the way. There's the female end, which is the same 3-prong. I've just tested that with my meter. I'm getting 122 volts, so we're good. And I run that over to that window. And then from that window, I have my air conditioner installed in that window. I'm going to be testing that soon. I'll show you that. And then that plugs into this, and we're up and running. So now in the event of an emergency, I can run an air conditioner in this room all off this inverter. And what we're going to be doing now is testing that to make sure and see what my runtime is with this being fed. This inverter runs off of this system and this battery, which only has a 240 watt panel on it. How will it do? So 200 amp hour battery, is it enough to run that AC at, say, 76? And I'll be beginning those tests soon, but I wanted to show you how I've got this 110 set up here off of this little configuration. Works really well. These charge up in an hour and a half. Fantastic. And now, as of this morning, I finally have electricity running outside of this room that I can access out there in the house.